up it looked like by not using creature sets and such and becoming completely confused on how it works. So let's go through this and do it correctly this time. Let's go with the red 20. Start off in the adventurous camp where the players will assemble. That looks pretty cool. The red glow here. Again, you can change the time. Do not seem to have weather. Yeah, you do. There it is. Okay. So again, we're gonna start with lightning storm. That's gonna play into the story, as it were. Okay, so we're going to talk about a little bit of setting up a story here as well. You can have the players assemble around the fire and these sort of crystal clusters, and you could send these players off to locate these. Perhaps they found a local merchant who had these strange crystals, and he talked about buying them from some pirates, for example. So let's go ahead and create a location then. Here's the map. I did mention previous that I'd like it to be bigger. It is bigger in terms of what you can see. It's most of the Sword Coast, so obviously I want more. Give more. But down here you can see we have some islands, so we could. Also, there's Underdark. We could create an interesting little area. So you obviously have create dungeon, which I've done in my previous videos. Create area. Let's go in and create an area. Scene type. We can change names. We can change the map icon that the players will see a map icon. They can then go and you can say, well, it's here. Go to it. It has this icon, for example. Go with ruins. Why not? So anyhow, you can put in a name. So for example, generic pirate swamps. Players won't be confused where the pirate swamps are if it says pirate swamps. You can then put in some information here. Strange purple crystals were found in the marketplace. Okay, and so you give them some sort of plot, some sort of device here to get them interested, get their characters interested. Obviously, you can role play this through. I'm not setting it as a starting location. I want them to go to it. I want them to travel. So, for example, I want maybe throw in some random sort of encounters. Say, while you were traveling, go here, and then you have this random encounter, for example. Visible to adventures. I'm going to choose swamp. Again, it's not a swamp. There isn't an island choice here. You've got forest, mountains, grass, swamps. I created a swamp earlier and it was quite cool, especially some of the buildings. We don't want drow. We're going to go with mercenaries. There are no pirates. I could create a pirate set of creatures. Why not? Obviously, if you were doing this correctly, you would want to do that. Make pirates. And put some assassins in there as well. Medium difficulty. And keeping with this idea, it's a lightning storm. You'll go ahead and keep with that. Maybe it's just a massive storm coming in. Okay. So let's have a look. The zones are randomly generated, so you don't know what you're going to get. There we have Pirate Swamps. Strange purple crystals are found in the marketplace, making people sick and injuring hundreds. Once this loads up, you can then have a look. I would like to request that they give us more zoom, because currently the zoom in is fine, but zoom out, not so fine. Can't really see much overall, so you're basically going to have to look around on your own. Paths, we have some different paths here. I can change the look here, follow the path. Yes, and I can put down creatures wherever I want. I don't have to follow this. Here we have the first D20, and then it's a natural encounter, so I can then change it around. We've got mercenaries here. I can make them difficult. We actually have another mercenary pop up behind. Can make it easy. Drop some out. And you can do some other things as well. Empty, natural encounter. And I can modify these as I want. Oh, there we go. Let's zoom in. Okay. Still not sure what this is for because it doesn't seem to work. I guess that is part of the player campaign when you want to get all your players together. Okay. Here's another encounter. Nice little ambush here. Got Mage, the recruit protecting the mages. I could put in some other things as well. I could put some traps, some objects. I could put, let's see, Blood Streak. And let me see if I can find a dead body to put in here. Huh, I could put an animal. I'd rather use a corpse though, if I can find one. Pretty sure there is one because I saw it on the stream. I do not want a bone pile. Looks like a dead body. Bloody skeleton. Not exactly what I was hoping for. Have a look around though, you might be able to find it. Ah, the weather again. It should have been lightning, but it may have changed. Okay. So you can do stuff like that. I mean, obviously that looks pretty poor. I don't think anybody wants to. Each of these things can then be clickable. You can actually do something with it. Remove display name. You could put in some text. Make it hard to discover. Action text there. Bloody skeleton. I could put a trap on him if I wanted to. There you go, you have some traps there if I really wanted to trap the dead body in front of there. This is if you want to make it hidden. Action test, this is the text that will appear when an adventurer actions the object. Poor bastard. There you go. And just move on. So now, when they click it, it says poor bastard underneath. We have another mercenary berserker here. Let's have a look. We can go around and attack them here. Path this way. Another encounter here. Mercenaries, mercenaries. Where are these assassins? Where are the assassins I put in here? Because it is randomized, you get some cool looking things like this here. The light coming down. We got another area here, quite a big glade sort of thing. There's some assassins. We got some assassins. NPC. And here we have a nice little interesting town. We even have peasants. Swamp dweller, etc. Villagers go about their daily lives here. Simple villagers. Simple villager. Peasant. I cannot, it looks like, change the peasant. But I could put in, if I wanted to, something else. Put in some mercenaries, some assassins. Or various objects here. Put in more items if I wanted to. Okay. That's going back to editing the area. Ah, I can move it as well. Great. Okay. Just have a look around again. So this is pretty cool to have just an NPC village. You could put a vendor in there. That would be pretty cool. Let's see. I could put in various mercenary. Put in a mercenary there. Click on him, make him friendly. Make him a vendor. Make him a weapon shop. And then let's do some objects. We have here a shop. We can put a weapon rack, for example. A weapon rack here. And let's see, put a wagon. Got a weapon rack already. Could put a wagon. Whoa, wagon's a bit too big. Maybe not a wagon. Archery target here. We have a stall as well we could put out, but just put that out like so. And then obviously they have a place to vendor or buy some randomly pre-generated stuff based on their level. So that's quite cool. So you gotta put a vendor into the town. You could also then have these attack the town while they're using the vendor. Great stuff. Again, you know, you create the story, play it out, role play it out. DM pause. We have that. So you just pause the game. Pause the game, have them role play. You can go ahead and role play with them as the vendor. And while you're doing that, you can be, you know, messing about over here with all these creatures, amassing them to attack. Then when they're done, you just send them in. Here's some more mercenaries. Got some torches over here. Again, this is going to loop back. There's a lot of different paths. This is another big area. Gladed area. Easy to get lost. Again, need to zoom out as DM so I can see everything that's here. We have the ruins. Presumably this is the end. The boss area, as it were. If you look at the edit area, this one doesn't have it, but sometimes they'll have, obviously in the dungeon, you can add a boss area at the end of the dungeon. But yes, you could do this here. You could put a boss here. Let's say you find out that the purple crystals are the result of, say, this cleric here. And yes, he's doing something sort of demonic with these crystals that are making people sick. You can promote him. He's now elite. And you could previously create a proper sort of build on him, make him interesting, put in some more demons. Again, we don't have access to those demons because we only chose these two sets. I could choose a different set. I could create a pirate set that has this guy and demons in it, for example. As it were, we already have some assassins here. I think these are assassins. Have a look. Sniper, shield. I can then put in, for example, some assassins. Trickster assassins. And his trusted sidekick there as well. And some assassins. So there you go, I can create a nice little build here. And yeah, obviously they're really close to the others. I don't know what the aggro threat range is like, but you can control that yourself, of course. Send them in. You can DM pause, you can send them in. They're most likely going to come in through here, hit this group, either go here or go around and attack this group, and then you can send these guys around the back and ambush them. So much you can do. I'm really looking forward to testing this stuff out and actually creating some of these creature sets, which I did in the other video, and then putting this to practice because this really looks nice. And trying not to abuse. So easy to abuse the traps everywhere. That is just too easy, too nice. Anyways, thank you guys. That's it.